Hello and welcome back to the second episode of the Through the Ranks series. Now we're at Fort Buy and I've set up an outpost here and we're going to use that as our base of operations moving forward. The reason for choosing Fort Buy is that within this area, Fort Buy, Philipsburg, Gustavia, Oranjestad and that square, there's actually a decent amount of snows, privateers, trade snows and Niagaras and stuff like that. Basically the next class of ship we want to fight. Now in the first episode we went out and captured a pickle, and as you'll probably see is very absent from the screen. And also in our navy we've got no ships here at all, everything is somewhere else. And I'll admit, I've spent quite a few hours trying to sort out the following episodes, and honestly got to the point where I was trying to record episode 6, and it was all back and forth. I've managed to, with the pickle, attempt a few attacks on snows. That didn't go too well. We had to run tucktail. Then I took over a trade break, or a trade snow, not a trade break, but a trade snow, for the reason it's the same ship as the snow, but with less crew and more hold. Figuring that the weight of the broadside might give me a chance versus the snow. Turns out it didn't. I still got wrecked. It might have been the build that I got, but I still got wrecked. Multiple attempts, and in the end I got boarded because I got frustrated. I made mistakes. I wasn't paying enough attention. I was playing when I wasn't in the right mindset, so we lost that ship. Back to the pickle. Attempted another trade break to get that up, and still going with the same theory that the weight of the guns on the trade break might give us an edge versus the snow. And I lost the pickle to the trade snow because I was trying to record several sessions in a row, got frustrated, and I made silly mistakes. So we lost that one. So we were back to the basic cutter. All right. I thought to myself, well, let's go back to the original plan, because around Gustavia there's plenty of privateers. Let's try and capture a privateer in our cutter. And and use that instead of the pickle. It must be the pickle's fault. It must have been the pickle that was a bad ship to sail, was my reasoning at the time. Of course it wasn't. It was my way of playing at the time. But I managed to get capture a privateer with the basic cutter. And I took that one out and engaged the snow. And once again, I got unfocused, overconfident, made mistakes, and once more I got boarded. But that boarding was actually pretty close in our favor, but just lost on weight and numbers in the end. So right now we're back to the situation where we're back in the basic cutter. Now I was sitting here considering whether to edit up 6 episodes of almost constant failures, more steps backwards and forwards. But all I've decided to do is actually take a bit of time, and for this episode it's going to be snippets of those fights and situations bringing us to this point. So instead of making 6 episodes going back and forward and ending back at the basic cutter, I'm going to use this episode and cut in bits from the different fights so you can get an idea of what happened and what went wrong. And then when we come back for episode 3, I'm going to bring you back into the basic cutter, and hopefully we've all learned something, especially me. Don't play when you're unfocused. So that's where we are now. I'm going to start the clips from the fights and the what was supposed to be other episodes. Run that and I'll come back to you in a bit. I was just about to say it's not the best of angles to tack in with the wind being so not in our favor. Gonna slow down, get in front of him, slow down. overshot, overshot, overshot. That's not gonna be a good tag. And looks like we pulled in a surprise. And I don't want to fight this. I'm going to get out of the combat as fast as I can, and then again engage another ship. I don't want that surprise to aid us with this fight. I want to do it all on my own. So we're going to tuck tail and run, and I'll be right back as we get back out to sea. Alright, we are out of that fight and back again, and we sighted another brig on the horizon, and this time a Dutch one. We'll go for that one instead. He's at a good tagging position. Now I chose to leave the first part in for a few reasons, but mainly to show that even us that's been playing the game for a while still makes rather big mistakes at times. So if you're a new player and you make a mistake, don't be discouraged. We all do from time to time. And also, I'd like to prove that I'm not scripting this content. So at times I have to leave in some of the mistakes as I simply bob along and try to find the right targets for a certain mission or something like that. I'm not scripting anything I do. I play it by ear, and you can probably tell from my commentary as well. Alright, here we go. Slightly overshot. Should be fine. Right, hopefully this one will be us alone and a decent fight. We did take a single hit to the rear on the previous fight, but that should be fine. 2-2, 2-2. No, 1-2. 2-2. 1-2. Right, so here we go. Let's not raise it up too soon. I actually think this is my first fight in the pickle. If it's not the first one, it's definitely one of the fewer ones I've done. But we did manage to put ourselves into a position to be behind him instead. Slow down a bit. Ow. Right, time to get that tail of his shot away. As someone said, I can't remember who, but if you're fighting and even fought, you're not doing it wrong. Or you're not doing it right, you're doing it wrong. I definitely want to swing the odds in our favour. Alright, coming in for a close one. Grip shot loaded. Nice. There we go. Starboard side here. We're just in behind him. We'll take it. Turn. Gonna take a heavy hit here. 5 and full. Actually get it in. No effect. Now this is very much make and break. I'm kind of pushing it just to get at him. We're almost even on crew. I'm not taking on water, but another hit on that side and we're going to be in a very bad way. Got one shot at this. We do have the ability to leave if need be, but we still got a few minutes. Do want to force this if I can. Get in there. Get him raked. There's a bit of crew off. Slow down a bit. Line up guns. The other one. Nope. Not work. I'm not pushing him on the right angle, and he's got the speed to push me around, and the mass as well. Nothing you shooting at. Here we go, he's turning. They do give us a few minutes, so.
Ooh, and we have fire.
We are definitely in bad shape.
Okay, let's come in, set the guns, give them these. This is going to be make or break.
Oh, he's not stopped. That's it. We're leaving this fight. Alright.
Alright. Preparedness coming up.
Oh, that was a close one. We're going to try that again for the next episode.
If we don't.
But yeah, there's definitely is an episode of failures. It just goes to show that not everything goes according to plan. Slow down a bit here.
We're just going to follow him around until he gets caught in the wind.
Good hit. Turn the boat. That's a very good hit. Down to 62 and 2. Very good hit.
Alright, so the last round of chain going out. Alright, we can get it. Right, so down to 36. Now it's time to move down. Situation is down on the better part of Valor. The other one, get in behind him and move his crew. Get everyone boarding. Hopefully this one's going to be slightly faster. It's definitely seeming easier than the other one did. Which makes sense. This is a trade ship, not a warship. And we do outnumber almost 2 to 1. Four crew taken off. That evens it out. But
more in our favor. So I'm below 3.5 now, but he's not yet. And I'm watching the compass rose on the left to gauge whether he's actually turning me or I'm turning him. It does seem we're more or less deadlocked here. So I'm going to try to increase my power. Looks like it's working. We're forcing him around. What I need to make sure of is that the pressure between the two ships doesn't suddenly let go and he slips away from me, or I slip past him. Alright, he's slowing down slightly. I don't really have the mass to move his ship that much around, and I don't necessarily want to increase my sail too much to increase my power, because it might mean that if he suddenly moves and we're not pushing each other again, or keep pushing each other, I might slip past him. We'll try slowly to increase power. There we go. We are slipping past him slightly here. The guns won't be as effective, but that doesn't matter for the size of gun or ship. So let's see, he's at 18 crew, 35 morale. We should be good for an initial attack or maybe a brace and then attack. That was enough. 7 men killed, 2 losses, and we won the fight. Here, just for you to have a look at it, so we compare. The Trader Snow has 22 6-pounder guns versus the 12 6-pounders on the Pickle. So definitely almost double the firepower on it. Furthermore, it's more or less the same armor, especially on the sides. Slight reduction on the be a bit further away, but we'll take it. Anyway, we need to reload, so a bit of reaction time. Getting low. Oh, what a hit. Alright, we managed to get out of that one. How lucky in the end. I have absolutely no words for it. Let's limp back to port and see what happens. Need to disable the bound stern guns, otherwise our reload's going to be too slow. Almost ready for another one. Now if we can stay at a 45 on him, so we stay outside his fire range while hammering, we should be in a good position, but I'm not sure we will. Coming in. Oh, he's pulling me. We are unprepared for this. See if we can hammer him with a bit of grape shot. This is not good. Not good at all. Oh, that was such a huge cock up on my part. Alright. Let me just break down what just happened. We came in close, trying to deliver a broadside, and as we did, we came below 3.5 knots here. Getting below 3.5 knots with an enemy that's slow as well and has more crew on you will result in him boarding you. And if you're unprepared and outnumbered, you're gonna lose. I am honestly finding the snow a very tough nut to crack. It packs a good punch at this level. I know we're still at the very early stages and in the smaller of the smaller ships, but I must admit I'm enjoying the challenge, and I am definitely having to use my head more, consider my options better without having the perks installed and hull repairs and everything else on the ship. So I am liking the challenge. I am finding that snow a regular pain in the backside. Play it right, we should be able to actually take him in a boarding. Slightly outnumbered. Yeah, let's prepare for boarding numbers. Well, I'm happy to stay here as long as he doesn't fire. No, it doesn't make for that entertaining video, but in the early game, in the mining ships, take any advantage you can get. I mean, if the enemy's too preoccupied to fire at you, don't disturb him, just fire away. Get as much damage in as you can. And try with a bit of grape here. Still need to force him though. We're still going too fast for a boarding action. Alright, let's see. That makes any impact at all. None. The sidearm's still too good to actually make any dents into it. Now he decides to fire. Ow. Here we go, forcing him over. We're almost 1 for 1 with the with crew. I'm getting impatient, and I'm not playing to the best of my abilities, I must admit. I can feel it. It's just sometimes you know you're making a mistake, you just can't stop yourself. And, oh, here we go. Pull this in. Our preparedness and morale is better than his, and we are going to defend. He's attacking us. He tries to fire grenades. Fire the deck gun. Press just slightly too late. We're just trying to counter attack now. Morale is shifting. Ooh, a massive hit. Massive hit. We're stuck at counter attacking right now because we've got crew shot. Can't change the order. Right, we're going to disengage. And we're back to the basic cutter. Ooh. Do I want to fight him in here? Yeah, let's. He's Dutch, so the Swedish terrorists shouldn't be interfering with our operation here. I'm just gonna wait for him right here. Means I can scoot up between the islands here and all turn around and keep him forced into the bay. Let's attack. Should have him here if we play it right. Need to slow ourselves down as well. So ramming. Nope, speed's too fast. Just turn. Pulling. Here we go. Preparation is low, and his morale is low. I need to disable that. Starboard side. Fire the grape. Ooh. Good hit, good hit, good hit. Gonna attack after that one. Good hit. Gonna give him grenades. One for one. Two for one, we were up at him. Raise up, get our preparedness up. Another crew off, gonna attack. I missed the click. Alright, another brace. So morale is down to 6. Might even get a grape shot in first. Here we go. No crew damage. Here comes the attack. Boom. Finally a bit of success. Right. Win the boarding. Whoop. Might want to take over the ship before we do. Change ship. Move the crew. And we got ourselves an upgrade. Not really that useful, but fair enough. And we got ourselves a privateer. Now let's leave the battle and quickly head into Gustavia and see how she actually looks. Here we go. Wait. Yoink. That's either going to be very close or very odd. Oh, that's a good one. Here we go. Come. Yes. Finally. Oh, I overturned. No. Oh. So it's his deck grenades. Oh, no. That's it. Ah, that was a massive hit. Defended 1-for-1. I honestly don't see us getting out of this a lot. No, there we go. Right. Well, that was a brief look at all the failures I've had through a few hours, actually several hours, trying to take down the snow. And I just haven't been able to with standard guns and no upgrades and non-custom built ships. I've failed. However, we played within the parameters of this series, and it's been fun. It's been fun but frustrating at the same time, and it's been a huge challenge so far. And I'm not letting this go. I want to take down a snow. But I don't know how at this point. So I'm going to have a think. And when we come back for episode 3, we're going to take out a new basic cutter, start from 0, and get back into the action. Hopefully you enjoyed this different type of episode with the clips and everything else. And you'll stick with me throughout this series. If this continues, it might actually be a long one. But until next time, stay safe.